Hello, my name is Dr. Charles Wang. I began this practice out of a growing concern that I was spending more and more time on paperwork and less time on patient care. I was starting to feel rushed. When I first learned of this new concierge medical model, it all made sense. I was able to have a limited number of patients and spend more and more time with each individual member. This allowed me to really get to know my patients, to be able to listen and learn actually who they were, to get to know their likes and dislikes, their interests, their disinterests, their hobbies, relationships, etc. To know them as a person. I think that this has allowed me to gain their trust and confidence, and in turn has made me become a more effective practitioner.
I've known Dr. Wang as one of his patients for about 8 years. Certainly Dr. Wang has not let me down. He has met all of my expectations. When we do meet, he certainly has demonstrated that he is interested in my overall well-being, not just a complaint that I might come in with. We talk about many things. There never seems to be a time limit, or he's never hurried in talking with me. And I feel that this has really benefited me in terms of making me more aware and conscientious with my own health care.
My wife first met Dr. Wang and was very happy with his services, and I needed a physician, so I started to see him. And he struck me immediately as being very different with the amount of time that he spent at our visit and the questions that he asked me. He really seemed as though he wanted to get to know me as a person, as well as a patient. And it wasn't just about lab values or what I seemed to present with. Seemed as though he wanted to know about me as a whole. And it wasn't until the visit was over that I realized that all of the questions that he was asking me about myself, my lifestyle, my family, my occupation, that he really integrated that into his plan for his treatment for me. And it really is complete treatment. It's the first time, I think, in my history as a patient that I've ever had complete medical treatment, meaning someone who understands me and my body, my life choices, and renders treatment based on me as an individual as opposed to me as a statistic.
I mean, I usually get the white coat syndrome, but I don't with him. I don't feel nervous with him. He makes me feel just very comfortable. And as I said, he listens. And the one thing I like, when we call for an appointment, we get a real person. We don't get a machine, and we don't get put on hold. I mean, we can get Dr. Wang 24/7, which I think is very important.
Some benefits include house calls for those who may not be well, who may have trouble coming out to the office. I actually go to your house or your home to provide medical care there.
The day I thought I was having a stroke, he came to the house. And believe me, that really made me feel good, because fortunately I was not having a stroke. I was having another problem. But he came. Now, you don't get many doctors today that come to the house.
In a traditional practice, unfortunately, I was not able to spend adequate amount of time really working with my patients. For instance, to help them meet some of their goals. Goals such as weight loss, goals such as developing a healthy diet, goals such as developing an exercise program, smoking cessation, lowering cholesterol, blood pressure, etc. As a result, now I'm able to work much more closely with each individual patient to meet their specific goals.
Over the last 2 years, I think with Dr. Wang's encouragement and the way he approaches wellness, I've quit smoking for 1.5 years. I also have lost weight and have become much more interested in wellness. And I think this is a documentation of how Dr. Wang approaches me and being interested in me as a total person, not just as a patient.
I feel very secure that I'm in good hands with Dr. Wang.
And I just can't say enough about him. He's just wonderful. I just feel so blessed to have him. What can I say?
I'd love to invite you in to come on and learn a little bit more about the practice, to answer any questions that you may have. I think it's a wonderful and exciting practice, and I'd love to meet you.